Anyone who's seen a dragon knows that young dragons look a lot like lizards. But I'm clearly the last clawless golden dragon in the world. Yet humans treat me as a rare golden lizard. 1 month from now, this world will be invaded by monsters. And during this month, I must eat meat continuously to grow stronger, to protect China and become the nation's guardian beast. But I ended up being taken in by a zoo, where my daily food is only 2 starchy sausages. Just when I thought I couldn't fulfill my mission, Liu Qing'an not only fed me 2 tons of meat every day, he also got the whole country to feed me, and even arranged for the government to buy meat from all over the world. Actually, he's someone who was reborn. He was reborn from 3 months in the future. A month from now, monsters will show up all over the country. Humans will be plunged into crisis. But in China, a divine dragon appears. He will never forget, because he was nearly killed by a monster back then. It was that dragon who showed up and saved him. He personally witnessed the dragon coming out from the zoo, and then slaying the monsters, saving the people of the Qin clan. But 3 months later in the monster war, the dragon died. He was surrounded and killed by several monsters. Right before dying, he let out a cry of anguish. He heard it loud and clear. The dragon said if only I could have eaten more and grown stronger, things wouldn't have ended this way. After the dragon's death, China was overrun by monsters, and he died as well. But he never expected to be reborn. So he immediately came to the zoo to find the dragon. Where are you, exactly? I'll make sure you grow strong. You are the savior who will save China, I'm sure of it. Liu Qing'an looked around but couldn't spot the dragon. Because the dragon is golden. He believed the dragon should also be golden as a hatchling. And since dragons are similar to snakes, he instinctively thought the dragon was being kept as a snake. So he rushed to the snake zone first. Just then, Li Tianming's walkie-talkie went off. Director, there's a problem. A giant python has emerged, and it's crawled into the lizard zone. What? I'll be right there, Li. Tianming responded. Then immediately ran toward the lizard zone. The lizard zone is right next to the snake exhibit, barely a dozen meters away. Seeing this, Liu Qing'an quickly followed. That python must be the dragon. Yeah, that's right. He couldn't resist going out to hunt for food, and targeted the lizard. That must be it, for sure. All right, I finally found you. This time, I'm going to help you grow up fast, and become the most invincible dragon in the world. Liu Qing'an was extremely excited. He thought he had found the dragon. When he got to the lizard zone, he happened to see a yellow python, about 2 meters long. This only confirmed for him. This was the dragon he was searching for. And in front of the python was a golden lizard, looking a bit dazed, not moving at all. Too bad, standing before a dragon. You're fated to be nothing but food. Liu Qing'an sighed in his heart. Li Tianming saw the lizard about to be swallowed by the python, and felt deeply saddened. Because there was only this one lizard in the entire lizard zone. If it died, they could just shut down the whole enclosure. A lot of people were worrying about the lizard. Faced with such a giant python, it must have felt hopeless, right? Everyone thought the lizard was doomed. After all, the size difference was huge. At this moment, Chun Qing looked at the python in front of him and said, Afraid? Sure, a little. But he's a divine dragon. How could he be scared? Hiss, hiss, the python flicked out its tongue, its eyes full of murderous intent as it eyed Chun Qing, ready to strike at any moment. Dragon's might. Chun Qing used his skill, releasing a divine dragon aura, emitting a terrifying presence. Instantly, the python closest to Chun Qing was startled, staring at the formerly weak lizard before him. Now, for some reason, it seemed terrifying, almost like seeing its natural enemy. Amidst everyone's shock and confusion, the python actually began to slowly back away, showing a human-like fear, no longer daring to eat the lizard. What's going on? Li Tianming exclaimed. They thought the lizard was as good as dead, but now it seemed the python was actually afraid of him. Liu Qing'an's eyes widened, staring intently at the lizard. Could it be that this lizard is the true divine dragon? Just then, Chun Qing moved. He lunged forward, swiping his sharp claws at the python. With dragon's might, he exerted a terrifying pressure right in front of the python, making it too scared to fight back at all. It had already lost psychologically. With a swipe, the python's body was instantly torn open, blood gushing out. The python panicked and tried to crawl away, but after it entered, the people outside had already sealed the exit, leaving nowhere to escape. Trying to run food? Chun Ching said coldly. But to the bystanders, it just sounded like lizard squeaks. He kept slashing with his sharp claws, using dragon's might to suppress the python, actually killing it by force. Everyone was dumbfounded. A lizard actually killed a python over 2 meters long. A battle that seemed so one-sided actually turned around. It was absolutely shocking. Even Liu Qingyan was stunned, his eyes sparkling with excitement. He watched as Chun Ching ate the python bite by bite, becoming more and more convinced in his heart. This was definitely the dragon he was searching for. Director Li, I'll invest right away. And I want to raise this lizard. Get someone to bring him meat immediately. As much as possible. Give him all he can eat. Liu Qingyan said excitedly. Li Tianming was taken aback. He thought Liu Qingyan was interested in snakes. Turns out it was the lizard he liked. But whatever the patron says goes. So, he immediately had the staff bring out all the meat and put it in the lizard zone. At that moment, Chun Ching was feasting on the python. Meal successful. Gained 3 evolution points. Meal successful. Gained 3 evolution points. Meal successful. Gained 3 evolution points. Notification kept sounding in his mind, and his body grew larger and larger. Liu Qingyan, who had been watching from outside, was amazed. He's getting bigger and bigger. He really is the divine dragon, no doubt about it. What's going on? How's he getting so big so fast? Li Tianming stared in shock at Chun Ching's growth. That's way too fast. He's literally growing at a speed you can see with the naked eye. Is he some kind of monster? Until Chun Ching finished eating the whole 2-meter-long python, consuming the entire thing, he finally stopped growing. But by then, he was already over 1 meter long, weighing about 25 kilograms. The 2 big bumps on his head split open, and little dragon horns poked out. His dragon scales gleamed all over his body, making him look mighty and imposing. Definitely not just some lizard anymore, but actually comparable to a crocodile. Director Li, is this normal? Have everyone sign a confidentiality agreement. The zoo will be closed for a month. I'm going to renovate it. It will reopen after a month. Liu Qingyan spoke up. No one else can know about the Shenlong. He's afraid someone with ill intent might harm the Shenlong. He must raise it in secret. Train the Shenlong to be the strongest. Only after a month can they face Monster Corp. Li Tianming nodded. She's already the boss now. All he needs to do is follow instructions. As long as the zoo can reopen, anything is acceptable. Starting today, I'll put my all into raising this lizard. Hire more people to keep watch. The lizard can't be hurt even a little bit. Liu Qingyan spoke coldly. Li Tianming nodded. Although he couldn't understand Liu Qingyan's reasoning, it was pretty obvious. She seems to really like this lizard. Rich people really do as they please. All this for a lizard. She actually paid to rent the entire zoo. After Chun Ching finished eating the giant python, he checked his evolution points. His total evolution points had reached 32. The giant python had added 30 points. Besides getting bigger, no new abilities. Man, I wonder if I'll get another giant python. If it's just chicken drumsticks every day, I'll starve to death eventually. Chun Ching sighed to himself. Even after eating the python, he still didn't feel full. Just imagine how big his appetite is. Eat more when there's food. At that moment, the staff brought more food. Chun Ching thought it would be 2 chicken legs again. But when he looked up, he was instantly stunned. They brought in half a pig. Whoa, the government relief food is here. Or maybe this is my last meal. Why is the meal so generous this time? So jealous. Even lizards get sponsored by sugar mommies these days. Why can't someone sponsor me? That's the richest man's daughter. I heard Liu Qingyan is also the campus belle at Kinshi University. People get jealous of lizards now. The staff outside sighed. Chun Ching heard every word clearly. The richest man's daughter. College campus bell. Who is Liu Qing'an? Why would she sponsor me? Chen Qing was utterly confused. He crossed over to this world. He definitely doesn't know Liu Qing'an. And he's just a lizard now. So there's no way she would have known him. Whatever, just don't think about it. Maybe she just likes lizards. As long as there's food, it's fine. Chen Qing quickly went to eat the half-pig. His evolution points shot up. And after finishing the half-pig, the staff brought in another half. It blew his mind. This place is paradise. Daughter, I heard you bought a zoo. Liu Qing'an was now facing her father's questions. Yes. Can you tell me why? Dad, you might not believe me. This zoo is crucial for China's future. Liu Qingsong fell silent for a moment. China's future? You'll know in a month. I can't explain the details now. She was reborn. This can't be revealed yet. No one would believe her even if she said it. Fine, then call it your first step in business. Liu Qingsong didn't say anything else. He let Liu Qing'an do as she pleased. In the following days, the zoo was closed for renovation, and the staff, following Liu Qing'an's instructions, fed Chen Qing daily. Chen Qing's rate of growth shocked all the staff. By the end of the first day, Chen Qing was already 3 meters long, weighed 100 jin, almost taking over the entire lizard area. Li Tianming was stunned. Liu Qing'an instructed everyone to clear out the neighboring snake exhibit and build a larger enclosure for Chen Qing. She hired a team to do the job. Over 100 people worked for a day, quickly constructing a 100-meter enclosure. They installed glass displays and recreated a natural environment so Chen Qing could be comfortable. Food was never in short supply. On the second day, Chen Qing was already 6 meters long, weighed 1,500 jin. He could even stand upright, as tall as a 3-story building. When he stood, he'd hit the display. So Chen Qing stopped doing that. But as he grew, he needed to eat even more. He'd have to eat several 100 pounds of meat per day. If Liu Qing'an wasn't rich, there's no way to raise Chen Qing. The bigger Chen Qing grew, the more excited Liu Qing'an became. Shenlong, grow quickly. In a month, amaze the world. On the third day, Chen Qing reached 10 meters, weighed 3,000 jin. Horns on his head were completely visible. His body was gradually elongating, no longer as broad as a lizard. His dragon scales gleamed, incredibly dazzling. He looked more and more like a dragon. This left everyone at the zoo absolutely stunned. Is this still a lizard? How does it look so much like a legendary dragon? Chen Qing was growing too fast. It scared quite a few people. Is this thing actually a monster? If this keeps up, maybe it will eat us all. A lot of staff quit because of fear. Liu Qing'an looked at the enormous Chen Qing, frowning slightly. If this continues, the truth about Shenlong will come out sooner or later. His appearance has already caused a butterfly effect. If he hadn't appeared, Shenlong wouldn't have been discovered, because it simply wouldn't have grown. But she soon accepted it. Eventually the truth about Shenlong will come out. She needed to be mentally prepared to deal with her family, to deal with the government. If absolutely necessary, she would reveal she's a reborn person, so the whole country can prepare. At night, Chen Qing fell fast asleep. But then a figure quietly slipped in, carefully approached him, eyes shining with emotion. Shenlong, thank you for protecting me in my last life. I swear I won't let you die this time. Liu Qing'an whispered. If Shenlong hadn't saved her, she would have died in her past life. Looking at Chen Qing before her, she gently reached out to touch his head, stroking his scales. Her heart racing with excitement, moved to tears. She's wanted to touch Shenlong for a long time. She never expected her dream would come true in this life. But then Chen Qing suddenly took a deep breath, frightening her. She hurriedly left. Not long after Liu Qing'an left, the dragon's eyes slowly opened. So that woman is a reborn person. Chen Qing thought to himself. He heard everything Liu Qing'an just said. He didn't expect her to be reborn. No wonder she came to help him, judging by her words. He died in his last life. It must be underdeveloped. So as long as he eats enough this lifetime, he definitely won't die. Time came to the 10th day. With a constant supply of food, his body length reached 90 meters. Weight, 500 tons. Evolution points reached 10,000. Unlocked many skills. The dragon horns on his head were now fully exposed. His body became elongated. and incredibly intimidating. His dragon scales gleamed with golden light. His head looked exactly like the legendary dragon. At this point, signs started to appear. Anyone who saw him could recognize this was a dragon. Miss Liu, how did this lizard turn into this?
He really looks like a dragon to me.
Li Tianming stood outside the glass showcase, shocked and stunned. In just 10 days, the lizard that used to be over a meter long had now turned into a nearly 100-meter monster. If it weren't for him lying down all the time, he would have probably already broken through the skyline, letting everyone outside see him. He really is a dragon. Liu Qing'an spoke calmly. We can't hide it anymore. Upon hearing Liu Qing'an, Li Tianming was utterly astonished. This is a dragon. No way, dragons from legends really exist? Boss? Director, something's wrong. A huge crowd of reporters and people are outside. They all say they want to come in and see the dragon. Just then, Liu Qing'an and Li Tianming's walkie-talkie sounded. The staff's voice shocked both of them. What's going on? How did people outside know we have a dragon here? Liu Qing'an quickly spoke up. Impossible. Everyone signed a confidentiality agreement. Unless someone betrayed it. Last night, a drone entered our park. It captured footage of the dragon. That video has gone viral on short video platforms. This utterly shocked Liu Qing'an. Damn it, how did we not see this coming? That guy seriously deserves to die. It's true, I saw it. Li Tianming put his phone in front of Liu Qing'an. The video inside shows a scene in the dark. It's the drone's point of view. Shooting down from above, it captures a giant creature sleeping. And this giant creature is Zhangqing in the showcase. Even in the darkness, his dragon scales still gleam gold and draw attention. The title was really eye-catching. Shocking! Giant dragon appears at Qin Zoo. No wonder the zoo closed for renovations. Did they really find a dragon? This is absolutely humanity's greatest discovery. Already over 10 million likes. Several million comments. Damn, is it real? It doesn't look like it was photoshopped. Could dragons really exist? Gleaming golden dragon scales. This absolutely is a dragon. Where is this? I want to go see the dragon. Qin Zoo. I know it. It's right near my house. I'll go check it out tomorrow. If there's no dragon, you'll hear from me. The blogger definitely has humanity's greatest discovery. Dragons really exist. It's so shocking. Even while sleeping, I can feel its terrifying pressure. Is this really a dragon? Damn it, Liu Qing'an gritted his teeth in anger. He didn't expect it would be exposed this way. But now he could only deal with it. And right at that moment, his phone rang. Saw the caller ID. He sighed. Father knows now. So he has to make it public. Liu Group Chairman's office. Liu Qingsong sat at his desk. The door was knocked. A letter. Liu Qing'an walked in from outside. Sat directly in front of Liu Qingsong. Speak up, what's going on? Is this your marketing? Or is there really a dragon? Ever since he learned his daughter invested in the zoo, he had someone closely monitor it. Up until half an hour ago, that person called to tell him about what's happening online.
He then realized how absurd it was.
They were saying there's a dragon at the zoo. Everyone knows it's fake. If it's his daughter's marketing strategy, that would actually be very impressive. Dad, what I'm going to say next may shock you, but it's all true. The one in my zoo, it really is a dragon. It's a divine dragon. Liu Qing'an looked seriously at Liu Qingsong and said, hearing this, Liu Qingsong was taken aback. He shouted coldly, nonsense. How could it be a dragon? Do you know what kind of impact this could cause? Now, this matter has started a storm online. If the media or reporters find out it's fake, and if it all turns out to be your fabrication, the impact on the company would be huge. Do you understand? It's all true. If you don't believe me, go to the zoo and see. This concerns the future of Waxia. Liu Qing'an said seriously. Seeing his daughter's serious expression and her confident tone, Liu Qingsong froze. His daughter was never like this before. How did she change? Alright, I'll go see this so-called dragon. Outside the zoo was still packed with people. All were attracted by reputation, netizens and media reporters. Everyone wanted to see a real dragon. At that moment, several luxury Rolls-Royce cars pulled up by the road, drawing most of the attention. License plate, 5/8. That's Liu the billionaire's car. Why did Liu the billionaire come? Is he here to see the dragon too? Damn, is this real? Hurry, take pictures. Could the zoo actually belong to Liu the billionaire? Was the dragon inside raised by him too? As Liu Qingsong and Liu Qingyan got out, countless cameras focused on them. People started frantically taking photos. Facing the flashlights, Liu Qingsong remained calm. A group of bodyguards got out to keep people away. Crowd arrived at the entrance. Li Tianming hurried to open the door for them, letting them in. At that moment, everyone realized the event involved Liu the billionaire. Videos were rapidly uploaded onto major platforms, causing massive waves. Riding a sightseeing tram, Liu Qingsong and others arrived at Chen Qing's habitat. When they saw the enormous golden dragon lying on the ground, immersed in sleep, even the normally calm billionaire, who's seen many storms, was stunned. His eyes were filled with shock. What kind of creature is this? His own daughter had actually capped a giant monster at the zoo. If he hadn't seen it for himself, he would never have believed it. Dad, he really is the divine dragon. He is the divine dragon who will save Waxia in the future. Every time she saw the divine dragon, Liu Qingyan would be visibly excited. 20 days left, the giant beast will appear. By that time, the whole world will be amazed by the divine dragon. In this lifetime, Huaxia won't fall so easily. At this moment, Liu Qingsong was at a loss for words. After a long while, he finally spoke. May I go in and take a look? As soon as he said this, everyone around was stunned. The bodyguards who had followed Liu Qingsong for over 20 years quickly spoke up. Boss, this isn't a good idea. We don't know if he'll eat people. If he's really the guardian dragon of Waxia, then why would he eat me? After saying that, Liu Qingsong walked toward the entrance. He wanted to go in and take a look. Liu Qingyan didn't stop him, but followed her father inside. The crowd quickly followed as well. A large group of people entered together. Chen Qing, who was half asleep, woke up. He suddenly opened his dragon eyes. Those golden, gold-like dragon pupils instantly locked onto Liu Qingsong and the others. The terrifying pressure that rose up was like Mount Tai pressing down on everyone. Thud, thud. In an instant, Liu Qingsong and the rest couldn't withstand the pressure, and all knelt down at once. Their bodies were trembling uncontrollably. Even their teeth were chattering. Their souls were filled with fear. A dragon. This is definitely a dragon. Liu Qingsong felt the suppression from his bloodline. As everyone knows, the Chinese are the descendants of dragons. Only a dragon could give them such terrifying pressure. What are you all doing? Suddenly, Chen Qing spoke in human language. Everyone was shocked and terrified. Liu Qingsong was terrified. He forced himself to resist the pressure and looked up at the giant dragon. He was dumbfounded. You can actually speak? A mighty divine dragon. Speaking human words isn't anything special. Chen Qing slowly lifted his head, looking down at everyone from above. He had already acquired the skill to speak human language. The dragon's pressure continued to emanate, making everyone's bones tremble. Lord Dragon, we're not here to hurt you. Please withdraw your pressure. If this keeps up, we're all going to die. Liu Qingyan shouted. He felt even his bones were shaking. They were about to shatter. Hearing this, Chen Qing withdrew his pressure, allowing everyone to slowly stand up. Looking at the talking dragon, Liu Qingsong was incredibly excited inside. This was even more exciting than the day he became the richest man. A dragon, the legendary dragon. He had only ever heard of it in rumors online. He had never really seen a true divine dragon. But now he finally saw it. Seeing the divine dragon, he felt as if a descendant had met their ancestor. There was a strong connection in their bloodline, which made him feel very close. Lord Dragon, I've been arranging your food all this time. Is the food to your liking? Liu Qing'an asked excitedly. Chen Qing looked at Liu Qing'an. Wu Jixao, thank you for your hospitality during this time. I won't forget it. If it hadn't been for Liu Qing'an, he wouldn't have developed this quickly. Lord Dragon, the monsters will appear in 20 days. Please protect Wuxia. Protect us, Liu Qing'an said. As soon as she said this, the others were shocked and terrified. They all turned to look at Liu Qing'an. Daughter, what are you saying? Liu Qingsong looked at his daughter and asked in surprise. What? Monsters will appear in 20 days. I know that heaven sent me here to wipe out the monsters and save Wuxia, Chen Qing said in a low voice. Hearing the dragon speak, everyone finally believed that monsters would appear in 20 days. It all sounded like a fantasy, but the dragon before them was absolutely real. How could this just be a dream? If monsters really appear in 20 days, what will they do? Many people were already thinking about quitting their jobs and getting ready to stock up on food and hide. Director, something's wrong. A whole bunch of investigators just showed up outside. They got calls from the public saying we're keeping illegal animals in here. They want to come in and check. Suddenly, Li Tianming's walkie-talkie started buzzing. It was the security guard at the entrance. After hearing this, everyone was shocked and terrified. The investigators are here. If they come in, they'll definitely discover the dragon. What should we do? Tianming looked at Liu Qing'an worriedly, his eyes seeking guidance. What should we do? Leave it to me. Liu Qingsong spoke up and hurried outside. He made a phone call. Liu Qing'an furrowed her brows. Things were getting more and more serious. They couldn't hide it much longer. Even the investigators had arrived. And the dragon would only get bigger and bigger. Sooner or later, even the national army would come. Director, it's fine now. All the investigators have left. At this moment, Liu Qingsong returned after finishing his call. It's handled. They won't come again. But this isn't a long-term solution. Sooner or later, they'll find out. Liu Qing'an sighed. Wuzhong will be revealed one day. In the eyes of the world, you have nothing to hide. Chen Qing spoke calmly. Everyone looked up at the divine dragon. Yeah, the dragon gets bigger every day. How long can we really hide this? Lord Dragon, is there anything we can help you with? Liu Qingsong asked. More food. Okay, I got it. Hearing this, Liu Qingsong immediately made another call. Right away. Buy all the meat in the entire city and have it sent to Qin Zoo. Not only that, he made a lot more calls, all to the owners of the slaughterhouses, asking them to send over all the prepared meat. The network of the richest man was indeed powerful. Just a few calls, and all the meat in the city was about to be shipped to the zoo. And it was all fresh meat. Even those already running stores packed up everything and sent it over. At the end of the day, the delivered meat piled up like mountains. In front of Chen Qing, he opened his dragon mouth and feasted. He ate half the meat in a single bite. The evolution points skyrocketed. In just a moment, his body surpassed 200 meters. His evolution points reached 15,000. The divine dragon's furious flame was unlocked. And he finished all the food. Seeing the dragon's terrifying appetite, Liu Qingsong was utterly shocked. He kept dialing numbers on his phone one after another. For the next 5 days, meat was continuously delivered to the zoo by Liu Qingsong's people. There were even helicopter deliveries. On the second day, Chen Qing's evolution points surpassed 20,000, and his body grew to 400 meters. He unlocked the spatial dragon claw skill. On the third day, Chen Qing's evolution points surpassed 30,000, and his body reached a kilometer in length. He weighed 5,000 tons. The dragon sensing skill was unlocked. By the fifth day, Chen Qing's evolution points had reached 50,000. His body stretched 3 kilometers long and weighed 50,000 tons. He even mastered the transformation skill, so he could shrink his body and no longer take up as much space. Plus, his dragon's aura evolved as well, rendering all modern weapons ineffective. The sun is shining brightly. A golden dragon, slender like a snake, is hovering in midair, with its eyes closed, resting. Lord Dragon, this is what you asked us to find. We've already brought it back for you. Liu Qing'an arrived with his bodyguards. One of the bodyguards was carrying a wooden box. He opened it to look inside. Inside was actually a red fruit. A genetic fruit. After consumption, it can alter human genes, making them stronger. Chen Qing opened his eyes and looked at the fruit. This is the fruit he sensed with his dragon sense. Ever since he unlocked this skill, he could detect energy fields within a 100-kilometer radius. The stronger the energy, the stronger the sensing. Go ahead and eat it. I don't need it. This will benefit you. Chen Qing spoke slowly. Liu Qing'an was shocked in his heart. Lord Dragon is thinking for his sake. Thank you, Lord Dragon. Liu Qing'an bowed in gratitude, picked up the fruit and swallowed it right away. When it comes to Lord Dragon's words, he had no doubts whatsoever. After swallowing it, Liu Qing'an felt a surge of overwhelming power filling his body. He felt as if he'd become incredibly strong, like he could punch through a tree with one blow.
He struck backward with his hand,
chopping at the wooden box in the bodyguard's hand. It instantly exploded into pieces. Seeing their young lady suddenly become strong, the bodyguards were stunned. Thank you, Lord Dragon. Liu Qing'an immediately knelt on one knee and shouted loudly. He had become totally different in this life. With the help of Lord Dragon, he transcended ordinary people. Keep searching as I instructed. These things will help you grow stronger. Chen Qing spoke. He could sense many objects with abundant energy. They should be similar to the genetic fruit, probably related to the impending appearance of monsters. Right now, there's only half a month left until the monsters appear. At that moment, Liu Qing'an's phone rang. It was a call from Liu Qingsong. He just answered. When Liu Qingsong's anxious voice came through, Qing'an, hurry up and get Lord Dragon away from the military. The voice was loud. Everyone around could hear it. Chen Qing slowly raised his dragon eyes and spoke calmly. No need, they're already here. As soon as he finished speaking, Liu Qing'an's eyes widened. They saw in the distant sky 5 military helicopters approaching, all heading toward this location, moving very fast. They arrived directly above the zoo. At the same time, outside there was a uniform and loud sound of footsteps. Looking carefully, countless fully armed soldiers came running in formation, surrounding Chen Qing's habitat. And that's not all. 2 tanks rolled in outside as well, sealing off the zoo tightly. People inside, listen up. You are already surrounded by us. Come out immediately. A middle-aged man in camouflage shouted loudly with a megaphone. Seeing such a large display, Liu Qing'an was terrified, afraid they might anger Lord Dragon. No, we're not the bad guys, Liu Qing'an shouted. At the same time, in the military crowd, a middle-aged man with a square face stepped forward. There was a dragon head insignia on his shoulder. Seeing the dragon head, Liu Qing'an was visibly startled. The top-level guardian general of the country. And that face he had seen in his previous life. It was Wang Guoshen, who had countless military achievements. After the monsters appeared, the first monster to be killed by humans in China was killed by him. At the time, he piloted a jet and bombed the monster's head, using superb skills to blast it to death. Wang Guoshen looked inside. When he saw Chen Qing floating in midair, he was shocked. It's really a dragon. The satellite wasn't lying. Everything online is real. Wang Guoshen exclaimed in shock. He was a staunch materialist. Originally, he didn't believe in the existence of dragons, but the satellite pictures were clear. A giant creature appeared at Qin Zoo, and its thermal signature was extremely high. The authorities believed a monster had appeared, so they sent him over. Unexpectedly, it really was the legendary dragon. But it was still uncertain if the dragon was good or bad. If it was evil, it could mean disaster for China, possibly a catastrophe. Everyone aimed at the hovering creature. Wang Guoshen barked coldly. Until we know more, we must stay vigilant. In an instant, all the soldiers raised their rifles. Sniper rifles, rocket launchers, and other powerful weapons. All pointed at Liu Qing'an, his group, and Chen Qing. No, don't shoot. We're good people. This is Lord Dragon. He's here to save us. Faced with so many guns, Liu Qing'an shouted. trying to appear calm, raising both hands, and slowly walking out. Standing before the soldiers, he looked at Wang Guoshen. General Wang, I wanted to talk to you. Wang Guoshen is a general of China, so Liu Qing'an addressed him as General Wang. How do you want to talk? It's not convenient here. I'd like to talk to you alone, Liu Qing'an said. Upon hearing this, Wang Guoshen pondered for a moment and agreed to Liu Qing'an's request. He assigned a female soldier to search him. After making sure it was safe, he had him brought into his car. Once inside, Liu Qing'an got straight to the point. General Wang, that is a dragon? A true divine dragon. A guardian dragon protecting our China. Wang Guoshen suddenly laughed and coolly replied, Do you take me for a fool? Everyone knows. Dragons don't exist. Then why in the 12 zodiac signs? Is there a creature that doesn't exist? Liu Qing'an argued seriously. This question left Wang Guoshen momentarily stumped. He continued, Dragons are just made up. That's just a monster that looks like a dragon. Don't be fooled, General Wang. What I'm about to tell you might sound unbelievable. You may even call me ridiculous, but everything I say is true. Actually, I'm a reborn person from the future. Liu Qing'an decided to stop pretending. He revealed the truth given the current situation. Only by coming clean could he turn the tide. Upon hearing this, Wang Guoshen's eyes slowly widened, and he blurted out absurd. How could there be such a thing as a reborn person? Liu Qing'an, you're making this up. How can you even say such a ridiculous lie? Wang Guoshen said coldly. Liu Qing'an's mind raced, trying to find a solution, until his gaze fell on the electronic clock in the military vehicle. When he saw today's date shown there, he was suddenly shocked. General Wang, isn't there a World Cup match today? Or is it America playing? He suddenly remembered the secretive country. I still have some memories of this match, because my dad loved watching soccer. At that time, he had just returned home, and was dragged to the living room by his dad to watch the game. That was the first time in his life that he watched a match from start to finish, so it left a deep impression. It starts in another hour, Wang Guoshen said. He liked soccer quite a bit as well, so he paid attention to it. Liu Qing'an said excitedly, I know the result. Within the first 2 minutes of the match, the US will score. Then the second goal will also be scored by the US. A player will score it with a bicycle kick. The result of this match is 5-0, a complete victory for the US. How is that possible? I've been following this match. The stealing country team has the best players, and they've been overperforming this year. How could the US win? And with such a landslide? Wang Guoshen spoke in a low voice. There's an hour left anyway. If General Wang doesn't believe me, you can wait. Do you think I have that much time to wait for you? You do, because this concerns the future of Waxia. I really have come back from the future. My mission is to save Waxia. Liu Qing'an spoke with absolute sincerity. This caused Wang Guoshen's resolve to waver. Could this woman really be from the future? But things like reincarnation, it sounds way too incredible. Isn't that a plot that only exists in novels? How could it happen in reality? After thinking for a moment, Wang Guoshen issued an order. He told all the soldiers to rest where they were. The helicopters were to circle in the air for now, and they would move in an hour. He decided to trust Liu Qing'an and see what happens. Wang Guoshen gave the order. Liu Qing'an smiled. Shortly after, Wang Guoshen had someone bring a screen. They tuned into the sports channel and waited for the upcoming match. An hour passed, and the match began. Wang Guoshen watched the match seriously, while Liu Qing'an was full of confidence. The others were confused. Why did they suddenly start watching a soccer match? Until the match truly got underway. 2 minutes later, the US completed a perfect shot, quickly scoring a point. At that moment, Wang Guoshen was stunned. He stared at the screen, dumbfounded, unable to believe it. It really was 2 minutes. Not a second off. He suddenly looked at Liu Qing'an. His eyes seemed to ask, Are you really a reincarnator? The rest of the match went exceptionally smoothly. Half an hour later, a US player, with an incredibly handsome bicycle kick, scored a perfect goal. The moment the ball went in, Wang Goshen's heart trembled along with it. Right again. She even got the scoring posture right. This is an international match. No matter how much power Liu Qingyan had, she couldn't have rigged it. Until the match ended, Wang Guoshen stared at the scoreboard in shock. 5-0, a complete victory for the US. At this moment, he slumped into his seat. He had the screen removed, and then ordered the car door to be closed. General Wang, do you believe me now? Are you really back from the future? Wang Guoshen was halfway to believing it now. He looked at Liu Qingyan and asked, Are you? I am back to save Waxia. The things I'm about to say next, you must listen to very carefully. Seeing Liu Qingyan so serious, Wang Guoshen sat up straight and began to listen intently. In 15 days, monsters will appear all over the world. They are the monsters that exist in various movies. They will all come into reality and cause us incredibly cruel harm. Doomsday. Wang Goshen's eyes widened. This information was too shocking for him. Monsters? Doomsday? By then, the whole world won't be able to resist. Only our Waxia will manage to survive for 3 months because we have the divine dragon. Liu Qingyan spoke in a heavy voice. Unfortunately, the divine dragon was not well developed, so it couldn't protect us for that long. It died under the siege of the monsters. Hearing this, Wang Guoshen looked through the car window at the divine dragon outside. Waxia depends on him. If General Wang still doesn't believe me, in 5 days you can go explore under the sea in Heishi. Perhaps you'll see a cosmic wormhole. The monsters will come out of the wormhole. Later on, wormholes will be everywhere. Liu Qingyan said grimly. If that's really the case, can we only rely on the divine dragon? Yes, at least for the first few months, we must rely on the divine dragon. Because we have no power to protect ourselves. Is there anything I can do? At those words, Liu Qingyan was taken aback. Is there anything the military can do? Suddenly, a bold idea came to her. Can we have the whole country feed the divine dragon? Liu Qingyan said. As soon as she said this, Wang Guoshen was stunned. The whole country feeding the divine dragon? Can he eat that much? I'll have to report this to my superiors. The matter of the divine dragon can't be hidden. Since we want to obtain the help of the whole country, I think we should make it public. Let everyone know about the existence of the divine dragon. Liu Qingyan felt a tremor in her heart. Yeah, let the whole nation help Shenlong. Feed it, support it, help it grow quickly. This is the right way. I understand now. Wang Guoshen left with all his soldiers. The zoo returned to calm. Miss Liu, how did you do it? Li Tianming asked in surprise. Why did they suddenly withdraw the troops? It's over, everyone go back and rest. We're opening tomorrow. As soon as she said that, Li Tianming was stunned. Is she joking? The zoo is nothing like before now. Now, there's Shenlong. I'm serious, we're opening tomorrow. Let everyone come and see. Liu Qingyan nodded and said, The zoo has already been renovated. Now, except for Shenlong's habitat, there are no other animals. All other zones have been demolished. For now, everyone can only see Shenlong. He wants everyone to come and feed Shenlong. The Liu family will take care of everything else. Can you all leave now? Li Tianming stood there speechless. He didn't know what to say. In the end, he could only nod. They left shortly after. Only Changqing and Liu Qingyan were left on the scene. Lord Shenlong, can you become your 100-meter form? Liu Qingyan looked at Changqing and spoke. Changqing instantly guessed her intention. You want to use me to attract the whole country and let everyone work together for me. Yes, we can't keep this a secret anymore. To help you grow faster, this is the best way. What? Let over 1 billion people feed me together. Sounds pretty interesting. In an instant, Changqing's body flipped, and he turned into a 100-meter-long dragon. Circling in the sky, that golden light was dazzling. That majestic, dominant dragon's head, looking down at Liu Qingyan. Even his voice became especially dignified and satisfied. Yes, just like that. Liu Qingyan quickly called her father. He was about to do something sensational nationwide. What, you want to live stream Shenlong to the whole country? Chairman of the Liu Group. In his office, Liu Qingsong jumped up listening to his daughter's unbelievable request on the phone. He was shocked. A nationwide live stream of Shenlong. That's a huge deal. It will shake the entire country and shock over 1 billion people. Dad, we're running out of time. Shenlong still hasn't fully developed. We need more food. We can't do it alone. The power of the whole nation is the greatest. Liu Qing'an's words made Liu Qingsong fall into thought. Over 1 billion people feeding Shenlong together. That's an unimaginable amount of food. It's scary. Can Shenlong really eat that much? Alright, I just acquired a live stream platform. Let's use that for a full live stream. After hanging up, Liu Qingsong started working on it. Meanwhile, drones began to circle around Chunqing. All were aimed at Chen. Liu Qing'an quickly explained, Lord Shenlong, these are drones.
Tomorrow.
They will broadcast everything here and let people across the country know. Of course, Chunqing knew what these were. He nodded. Okay. Not long after, a live stream platform called Dodo. All online streamers turned black and white, and the title changed to Noon Tomorrow. We'll stream the world's first Shenlong. Many viewers watching streams suddenly had their live stream rooms closed. Seeing the titles change, they were instantly stunned. What does the world's first Shenlong mean? What is this about? Damn, I just checked. All other streams have this title now. What is going on? Isn't Shenlong just a hoax? No way, is the platform bugged or something? Have to wait until noon tomorrow? Fine, I'll come back tomorrow then. I want to see what this world's first Shenlong is about. An hour later, the world's first Shenlong went trending. Countless people were drawn to it, all curious about what the world's first Shenlong really was. Meanwhile, Wang Guoshen was paying close attention. Liu Qing'an was also stunned by the soldier's report. Looks like he's really going to use the power of the country to raise a Shenlong. The next moment, his phone rang. Seeing the caller ID, he was instantly shocked. Quickly answered, Commander, is what you said true? A monster will appear in 15 days? Yes, maybe Liu Qing'an is right. Because 10 days ago, in our coastal waters, we really found a black hole that appeared out of thin air. After hearing the commander's words, Wang Guoshen was stunned. A black hole? Yes. From that black hole, 2 extremely bizarre creatures crawled out. They were human-like, with long thin limbs, but their heads could split open like a flower, revealing rows of sharp, dense teeth. It took nearly hundreds of bullets to kill them. The bodies have been brought back for research. They're not like any domestic animal. Wang Guoshen was totally shocked. So that means they're monsters. Liu Qing'an was right. There really are monsters. I'll come to the base tomorrow. I have to see this so-called Shenlong myself. If he's really the guardian Shenlong of Waxia, we can't just do nothing. The commander hung up after speaking. Wang Guoshen couldn't calm down for a long time. Is the end of the world really coming? And hope is pinned on Shenlong. If this is true, then they must take action and help Shenlong grow as soon as possible. The next day, food was piled up in the habitat again. In just a few minutes, Chunqing finished more than 10 tons of food. But his evolution points were running low. As his body grew bigger, he needed more and more food. The more energy in the food, the better. System, let me see my stats, Chunqing said to himself. Chunqing, 5-clawed Shenlong, growth stage, 5 kilometers long. Weight, 70,000 TG.
Has dragon's might.
Spatial dragon claw, dragon sense. Human speech, Shenlong fury flame. Dragon scale hardening, summon wind and rain. Thunder's might, turn stone to gold. Evolution points, 60,000. You are currently growing. Please continue to eat. Break through to adulthood. At this moment, Chunqing had 2 claws. He is a 5-clawed Shenlong. Only when all 5 claws appear will he be in his full form. Still needs more food. Lord Shenlong, there's half an hour left before the live stream starts. Liu Qing'an walked over at this moment and spoke. All the live stream platforms registered accounts yesterday. Liu Qingsong is still preparing countless live stream rooms on the platform he acquired, waiting for the broadcast. The zoo will be opening at the same time as the live broadcast begins, so everyone can come in and visit. And over 10,000 security personnel have been prepared. All of them are from national bodyguard companies, just to ensure the Shenlong livestream is conducted safely. I understand. Chun Ching nodded. Today, his true form will be completely revealed to audiences nationwide. The world's first and only Shenlong will ignite the whole country, shocking countless people. As the countdown for the livestream starts, countless people are waiting in the livestream room for it to begin. They all want to see what this so-called Shenlong actually is. It's almost 12 o'clock now. Nobody knows what Shenlong really is. It must be fake. Maybe we're just going to see some special effects. No way. So many livestream rooms are showing the same content. Could they all be fake? Is this just a marketing tactic by the livestream platform? I heard the Liu Group acquired this platform. Who cares? We'll find out at noon. Time passes little by little, until 12 o'clock arrives. All livestream rooms show images at the same time. On screen, there's a girl as beautiful as a celebrity. Her sweet smile fills the livestream screen. A lot of male viewers are instantly captivated. But many aren't here just to see a pretty face. They're all here for Shenlong. Move aside, who wants to see a beauty? I can choose when to see a beauty. Come on, show us Shenlong already. Let Shenlong appear. At this moment, Liu Qing'an faces countless drone cameras. Her expression is calm. With a slight smile, she says, I suppose everyone is here for Shenlong. So I won't waste any more words. Let's all take a look at Lord Shenlong together. As soon as she finishes speaking, all the drones simultaneously focus on Chun Ching in the distance. When the golden gleaming dragon scales appear on screen, the on-screen comments instantly freeze. Countless netizens gasp. As the camera slowly zooms out, when Shenlong's full form appears before countless netizens, it's as if time stands still. Shenlong's eyes are filled with dominating and majestic energy. The moment it locks eyes with the drones, countless people are instantly terrified. Goosebumps cover their whole bodies. Some of the timid even kneel on the spot. Their bodies shake uncontrollably. My legs can't move. I'm kneeling on the floor for some reason. That stare is so scary. It's like it could kill me through the screen. That's terrifying. Is this really Shenlong? Or just special effects? If this is special effects, that's honestly incredible. How could it be? This is a live broadcast. If it's special effects, then the Liu Group would be the strongest special effects company in the world. Mom, I miss you. The power of Shenlong isn't something mortals can handle. One by one, netizens put down their phones. Afraid to look again. Heads down, taking deep breaths. Suddenly, Liu Qing'an's voice rings from the phone. Lord Shenlong, the world still doesn't believe you exist. Please astound this world. As soon as she finishes, a thunderous dragon roar erupts from the phone. Within an instant, countless people clutch their chests, covering their ears and kneeling down, utterly terrified. That dragon roar seemed to pierce their eardrums and batter their hearts, reaching their very souls. It's unbelievably shocking. Animal enthusiast Mei Dong is also watching the live stream. When he hears the dragon roar, his body is trembling uncontrollably. Sweat breaks out all over. That roar is terrifying. There's absolutely no animal in the world that can make this sound. Either it's synthesized, or it's actually a dragon. Ma Dong is terrified. Suddenly, with a rumble, lightning flickers and thunder rolls outside. Thunder roars non-stop. Paired with a dragon roar from the phone, he's more scared than ever. Another dragon roar rings out. But this time he's stunned. Because he hears, the sound isn't coming from his phone. It's coming from outside, which shocks him. He quickly walks to the window and opens the curtains. Instants later, he's dumbfounded. Just outside, it was sunny moments ago. Now thick clouds swirl overhead. A dark mass hangs heavy above Chen's manor. It feels suffocating. Lightning flashes, thunder rumbles. Bolts of lightning rage through the clouds.
He thought it was just an ordinary thunderstorm.
But in the next second, Ma Dong's eyes go wide, utterly astonished. He He sees something else moving and roaring in the storm clouds. Right then, another dragon roar echoes. This one comes from the sky. Ma Dong is now convinced Shenlong is in the storm clouds. Suddenly, a huge clap of thunder sounds. A flash of purple lightning streaks across the sky, illuminating the clouds. A giant figure appears within the clouds. It's rolling around. It's swimming, like a mysterious creature lurking in the storm clouds. Dragons are definitely Shenlong, Ma Dong shouted excitedly. He picked up his phone. The screen was pointed right at the thunderclouds at that moment. Liu Qing'an's voice rang out. At this moment, the Shenlong was tumbling through the thunderclouds. Dormmates, just look up. You can see lots of people in the dorm watching the live stream too. Hearing this, they all rushed to the windows or the doorway, lifting their heads to look at the thunderclouds. Thunder and lightning filled the sky, illuminating the Shenlong inside. There really was a massive black shadow swimming inside. This made them incredibly excited. It's really the Shenlong. This is amazing. I can't believe we actually have a real Shenlong in China. I'm also a dragon, according to the zodiac. Great Shenlong, please bless me with wealth. Hurry up and make a wish, since Shenlong has appeared. This is a rare sight. A hilarious scene unfolded. People began kneeling on the street one by one, or knelt down at home. They all bowed toward the Shenlong in the thunderclouds. Everyone made a different wish in their hearts. But Changqing in the sky, how could he possibly grant all these wishes? He saw that Qin Shi, most people were already watching him. So he dispersed the dark clouds. As the thunderclouds faded, his entire form appeared before countless people. Everyone gasped in shock. This isn't special effects. This isn't a movie. This is happening for real. There really is a Shenlong in our world. In that instant, countless people started taking photos and videos with their phones. And that's exactly what Changqing wanted. He wanted people to spread news of his existence. When the timing was about right, he instantly vanished, and the sky cleared up. After Shenlong disappeared, everyone's hearts were still racing. But Liu Qing'an's livestream wasn't over yet. The Shenlong is at the Qin Zoo. If you want to feed the Shenlong, bring some food. Shenlong only eats meat. With that, the livestream was turned off, leaving netizens staring blankly at their screens. Even though what they just saw was astonishing, many people still thought it was fake. They thought it was just special effects, but before long, photos of Shenlong appeared online. Maybe the videos could be fake, but could all those photos and videos be fake too? Weibo, the biggest social network in the country, is where many celebrities and official organizations have accounts. At that moment, the head of the review department saw so many photos and videos of Shenlong being posted, and instantly felt a chill run down his spine. Isn't this just spreading rumors? How could a Shenlong possibly exist in this world? It's all fake. He gave the order, telling employees to do everything they could to delete those photos and videos. They can't be allowed to circulate. But not even 10 minutes after giving the order, he got a call from the boss. Don't delete anything. The Shenlong really exists. Get even more traffic on this. Let more people know. The base really does have a Shenlong. It can summon the wind and rain. It can call down lightning. It fits perfectly with how Shenlong is described in myth. Wang Guoshen stared at the video, completely stunned. So that creature he thought was a monster really is a Shenlong. Just then, his superior called. He answered right away. What are your instructions, sir? Did you watch the video? Yes, and I went to check it out. Is it the Shenlong in the video? Is that you? Come back for a bit. We're about to have a meeting. When he heard the word meeting, Wang Guoshen stiffened. He asked, Can I bring Liu Qing into the meeting? The chief paused for a moment. Bring her. If she really did come back from the future, that's extremely important. As soon as Changqing revealed himself to the world, the zoo saw a record-breaking number of visitors. Almost everyone from the dorm showed up. They poured into the zoo, following the directions to Changqing's habitat. When they saw the enormous beast floating in midair, and Changqing with his dragon eyes shut, sound asleep.
They were overwhelmed.
It's really a Shenlong.
Our dorm really has a Shenlong.
Hurry up and wish for the Shenlong to bless me with good health and wealth beyond measure. So cool and imposing. The myths weren't lying. Dragons really look like this. One by one, they dropped to their knees, all kneeling and bowing to their desires. Everyone only gets 1 minute. When their time was up, someone would forcefully take them away to make way for the next group. If you wanted to see it again, you'd have to bring more food. It's not so easy to see the Shenlong whenever you want. 1 hour later, Liu Qing'an was tallying up all the food that had been brought in this time. Almost everyone at the zoo had brought food. All of it was meat. After counting, they had at least 5 tons. Truly, unity is strength. In just 1 hour, they collected 5 tons of meat. Liu Qing'an smiled. Adding in the meat purchased today, there's at least 20 tons. That should be enough to help the Shenlong grow a bit. He also noticed that the Shenlong's appetite recently was huge, but it seemed to be growing very slowly. Maybe it's because there still wasn't enough food. After all, raising a Shenlong isn't as easy as raising a cat or a dog. The Shenlong is like a bottomless pit. It needs endless amounts of food. Just then, his phone rang. It was Wang Guoshen calling. After hearing what was said, his eyes lit up. It's finally happening. China definitely won't repeat the same old mistakes this time. That night, the Shenlong incident blew up the internet. It was the top trending story on every platform. Countless people flocked to Qin's place, all wanting to catch a glimpse of Shenlong. And all this time, there'd been no official statement, not even a denial or attempt to remove the photos or videos. So everyone started to believe that this just might be real. If it wasn't, it would have been shut down long ago. So, a scary thought crept into everyone's hearts. That is, Shenlong really exists. Meanwhile, Liu Qing'an was invited to the Long military base. There, she met Wang Guoshen and other dragoon generals of China. So many people gathered in one place. Must be for the Shenlong situation. Led by Wang Guoshen, she entered a conference room. All the other dragoon generals looked at her strangely, because her clothes were unusual. Lately, everyone wore their military uniforms. But Liu Qing'an was just wearing ordinary casual clothes, making her stand out from everyone else. This is Liu Qingsong's daughter, Liu Qing'an. Liu Qingsong is the richest person in China. Wang Guoshen introduced her with a smile. Fellow dragoon generals. Hello? Liu Qing'an stood up and said with a smile, living life a second time. Her mindset was different from ordinary people now. In the past, she might have been timid and nervous, but not anymore. Soon an elder walked in from outside. When they saw the elder, Wang Guoshen and the other dragon generals all stood up in unison. They greeted the commander with one voice. Liu Qing'an also stood up and shouted loudly, looking at that elderly man with white hair and the 2 dragon heads embedded on his military epaulets. He's the highest ranking one. Take a seat, Li Kang nodded. He sat down first. Then his gaze turned to Liu Qing'an. Miss Liu, let's get straight to the point. I heard you're from the future. As soon as these words were spoken, everyone except Wang Guoshen was shocked. The others were all stunned. From the future? How absurd is that? Why would the commander ask something like that? Yes, I'm someone who was reborn. From 3 months in the future. Liu Qing'an answered truthfully. Everyone started whispering to one another. How could that be possible? From the future? Isn't that just too far-fetched? Yeah, someone reborn? That sounds even more impossible. This is a military camp. You can't just talk nonsense here. Commander, have you been tricked? Li Kang didn't answer. Instead, he turned to them and asked, have any of you seen today's incident about the Shenlong? Some looked confused. Some were surprised. Someone who knew spoke up. I saw it, Commander. Do you think it's real? I believe it's real. Li Kang nodded. The others were extremely shocked. The commander actually thinks it's real. That startled Liu Qing'an. He didn't expect the commander to believe him. When he convinced Wang Guoshen, it actually took some time. He was wondering how to persuade Li Kang, but now it seems there's no need anymore. Let me show everyone something. Li Kang spoke and had a soldier operate the equipment. A photo slowly appeared on the screen. When everyone saw the photo, they were all momentarily stunned. But Liu Qingyan suddenly shot to his feet and shouted in surprise, "Man-eater?" Seeing Liu Qingyan's reaction, Li Kang smiled slightly. "Just as I guessed. Miss Liu, you recognize this monster?" This time he's testing Liu Qingyan. If she really came from the future, she would definitely know this monster. Seeing Liu Qingyan's reaction, he believed her. This woman is very likely from the future. She knows this monster will appear in 14 days. It's called a man-eater. It moves rapidly and even makes a strange noise that shakes the soul. With its mouth wide open, it can swallow a whole person. And its body is extremely tough. Even under heavy fire, it can survive for several minutes. Liu Qingyan recalled his previous life. At that time, he personally witnessed a unit attacking a man-eater. It took several minutes and hundreds of bullets to finally kill it. It was truly shocking. Later, the country officially named it man-eater. It's a monster somewhat resembling a human. Extremely terrifying. Even scarier than those giant monsters. Because they hide in the darkness and suddenly leap out to eat you. Listening to Liu Qingyan, everyone felt it was pure fantasy. Only Li Kang and Wang Guoshen looked extremely serious. Because they knew everything Liu Qingyan said was true. "Miss Liu, please tell everyone what's about to happen in the future." "What? There will be monsters all over the world in 14 days. What are we supposed to do? If this is true, it'll be the end of the world. Should we really believe this?" Each of the dragon generals looked at Li Kang. They're still half believing, half doubting. Should we really trust what Liu Qingyan says? At this point, we have to believe it. Li Kang spoke gravely. "Looking at the screen, we discovered these monsters recently. Through our research, they don't belong to any native animal species. Even the scientists can't come up with anything like it. So what kind of monster is this?" But Liu Qingyan figured it out immediately. He's most likely really from the future. He has no reason to lie to us. There are only 14 days left. We must get ready. After Li Kang finished speaking, everyone fell silent. "Miss Liu, do you know where the first monster in Waxia will appear?" Li Kang looked at Liu Qingyan and asked. "At the Qin family estate," Liu Qingyan replied. He could never forget the first monster. It appeared at the Qin family that day. He was originally planning to go out for fun, but encountered the monster's appearance. If it hadn't been for the Shenlong flying out from the zoo, he would have died. The exact location? Next to the zoo. In my previous life, I was saved by the Shenlong. So, after being reborn, my purpose is to save Waxia and let the Shenlong grow, Liu Qingyan said. Everyone was shocked. Save Waxia and let the Shenlong grow. Commander, there's not much time left. We must let the Shenlong grow up. He's the key to Waxia. I know what you're thinking. Build a walled city to resist the monsters, right? Liu Qingyan looked at Li Kang. He was utterly shocked. He was indeed just thinking about building a wall. A wall like the Great Wall to fend off monsters. But he didn't expect Liu Qingyan to actually know what he was thinking. How did you know? Because in your previous life you made the same decision. If it were in the past, I would think this decision is great. But now I don't think so. Because the wall that people spent a month building to defend against monsters was completely destroyed in just 1 minute. Hearing this, Li Kang was extremely shocked. He originally thought such a wall could hold off monsters. He didn't realize it was futile. Does that mean humanity can only rely on the divine dragon? Yes, and I have an idea. But I need the divine dragon's approval. What idea? Li Kang asked. Perhaps we can ask the divine dragon to lend us some of his blood. Then we can develop a genetic serum, so we can become stronger. The Chinese are descendants of the dragon, So it's very possible that dragon's blood will make them stronger. This is just a bold idea from Liu Qing'an. But no one knows if it will work. Only if the divine dragon agrees first. Hearing this, Li Kang was shocked. This might actually be a good idea. Liu Qing'an spoke in a deep voice. But right now we must help the divine dragon grow. Only when he grows will we have protection. Monsters can't be stopped by conventional weapons. Even nuclear weapons? He knew that there was a type of monster that could even absorb nuclear weapons. It's called Godzilla, which was born in the land of the Yamato. It's one of the most terrifying monsters in the future. Everyone was silent. Not even nuclear weapons can stop them? I understand. Let's start the feeding plan now. I will report it. We'll purchase large amounts of food from around the world to feed the divine dragon. Li Kang quickly made the decision. Since they can only survive by the divine dragon in the future, they decided to prepare in advance and help the divine dragon rise. And to get the genetic serum, they also need the divine dragon's approval. This is the first step in building a relationship with the divine dragon. At this moment, the national feeding plan officially began. The next day, Chan Ching woke up. Once again, dozens of tons of food were placed in front of him. With just a few bites, he ate all of it. Soon he noticed the area was packed with people, all coming to see him. When people saw him wake up, they were thrilled. But he just glanced around briefly, then fell back asleep. Until noon, when Liu Qing'an arrived, he finally woke up. Divine Dragon, I came to tell you some good news. I went to a meeting. The nation is preparing to feed you on a national scale. You'll have several times more food than now, even 10 times as much. Hearing this good news, Chan Ching was delighted. I understand. I will do my best to protect China. That was his promise. When she heard this, Liu Qing'an was even more excited. At the same time, people who came to see the divine dragon also heard it. The divine dragon spoke in human language, and once again they knelt in worship. Thank you, divine dragon. Liu Qing'an delivered these words to Li Kang and the others exactly as they were. After hearing this, they felt much more at ease. With these words from the divine dragon, they could proceed confidently. Divine dragon, I have a presumptuous request. Could you give me a vial of your blood? Hearing this, Chan Ching immediately understood. They want to use his blood to produce the genetic serum to make humans stronger. This reminded him of a movie he saw in his previous life, Captain America, who became strong by using serum. If it's his blood, would people become even stronger? But is this feasible? He asked the system in his mind. Yes, but the dragon's blood is the most terrifying energy blood in the world. 1 drop must be diluted 100 million times before use. Otherwise, with the frail human body, the body would explode and die. After hearing this answer, Chan Ching looked at Liu Qing'an. Ignorant, and you want to use my blood to study serum, so you can make yourself stronger. Liu Qing'an was shocked. He didn't expect the divine dragon to know. She hurriedly nodded yes. Divine dragon, please do not be angry. I will not be angry. But my blood is not something you humans can easily withstand. Go ahead. As soon as he finished speaking, a drop of fresh blood flew from Chan Ching's mouth, slowly floating in front of Liu Qing'an. Store it. Then dilute a portion of it before developing the serum. If not, you will explode and die. Seeing this drop of blood, Liu Qing'an was shocked and frightened inside. He immediately had someone bring a clean container and carefully stored it. Thank you, Divine Dragon. After expressing his thanks, Liu Qing'an called Wang Guoshen. When Wang Guoshen learned that Liu Qing'an had obtained the dragon's blood, he immediately sent troops to escort Liu Qing'an. But the evolution points gained are too few. Ordinary meat is no longer enough for him. At that moment, more than 10 helicopters flew in from afar. Each carried a large package underneath, all filled with meat. The helicopters slowly lowered the packages, placed them on the ground, and they opened automatically. Piles of fresh meat tumbled out. One batch of helicopters flew off, and soon another batch arrived. Again and again, over 100 batches arrived. All the meat delivered was by helicopter. Looking at the mountains of meat on the ground, it must have been several hundred tons again. Yet several hundred tons of food only increased evolution points by 3,000. A pitifully low amount of evolution points, completely incomparable to before. If it were the first day, it might have increased by tens of thousands. As he grows faster, his body gets bigger, and the energy required increases. He must look for foods with higher energy content. But he also told Liu Qing'an and the team to look for them. They should be able to bring some back today. Divine Dragon, we brought it back. Shortly after, Liu Qing'an drove in with a group. There were boxes on the car, and when opened, they were all high-energy items. A 5,000-year-old turtle, containing extremely high energy, edible. A 3,000-year-old lingy mushroom, rich in energy, also edible. All high-energy foods or fruits. 11 in total. Put them down, Chen Qing said indifferently. Liu Qing'an immediately had people unload the crates. As Chen Qing focused his mind, the food inside the boxes flew up by itself, and all flew into his mouth. He swallowed them in one gulp. Successfully eating them gained 15,000 evolution points. The dragon's eyes glowed golden. His body grew bigger again, but because of his abilities, there was no visible change. Both height and weight have increased, and he gained a new skill. It's called Divine Dragon Frost. After Li Kang left, everyone was surprised. There was a heated discussion. The end of the world. Is what the Waxia representative said true? Impossible. Everything is peaceful right now. There's nothing unusual discovered. How could it be possible? The end of the world. Waxia Research Institute. A group of scientists in white lab coats are studying a serum with extremely high energy. Suddenly, a loud shout broke out. I did it! I succeeded! The Divine Dragon Serum has been developed. As soon as he said this, the other scientists immediately put down their work and rushed toward him. On his table was a test tube containing golden serum. Is this the Divine Dragon Serum? The cells are highly active. So how is it? Let us see it. It's finally a success. It only took 10 days. Didn't let everyone down. We need to start human trials as soon as possible. If it can be used on humans, everyone in Huaxia will become like dragons. Divine Dragon Serum. Our Waxia's genetic research will make history. It will be unprecedented. All the scientists shouted excitedly. If this Divine Dragon Serum works, then Huaxia's genetic research will surpass all other countries. And if this serum can be used on people, if it succeeds, it can be mass-produced in the future, and everyone will be like a dragon. After the results came out, someone immediately reported to Li Kang. When he heard the serum was successful, Li Kang rushed to the institute. When he saw the Divine Dragon Serum, he could not hide his excitement. Great, that's wonderful. The serum has finally been developed. Start human trials immediately. This time, the human trial participant must have a very strong physique. He was worried the weak wouldn't be able to handle it. Until the evening, after several rounds of selection, they finally chose one person. This person was an orphan, strong and sturdy, and a very suitable candidate. Inside a laboratory, all the scientists gathered, along with many soldiers. Li Kang stood in front, and before him stood a strong and imposing man, the subject of this experiment, Qianlong. Qianlong, if you feel uncomfortable, say something right away. We'll immediately stop the experiment. Understood. Qianlong answered loudly. Then let's begin. As soon as Li Kang gave the order, the scientist stepped forward to gear up Qianlong and restrained him inside an iron chamber, then closed the iron chamber, ready to release the serum vapor. If anything seems wrong, shout immediately. A scientist yelled, then pulled the lever, releasing the serum vapor. The machine started up, emitting a loud rumble. The scent of Divine Dragon Serum filled the chamber at once. Li Kang and the others took a few steps back. Suddenly, a loud shout came from inside. Everyone held their breath in suspense. Li Kang immediately shouted, "Stop now!" The scientist in charge of the lever heard him and was about to stop immediately. No, don't stop. I still feel fine, Chen Long shouted from inside. Hearing this, Li Kang was stunned. So he told the scientist to step back a few more steps. The shouting inside didn't stop. Chen Long kept shouting. After a full minute, the shouting finally died down. Chen Long, are you okay? Li Kang asked suspiciously. There was no response from inside. This made Li Kang very nervous. Could something have gone wrong? Stop immediately. Open the hatch. Shout inside the chamber. Please don't let anything go wrong. The scientist nods, pulls the lever, opens the hatch. As the hatch opens, a burst of red gas erupts from inside. The soldiers wearing oxygen masks immediately surround the inner chamber, protect his safety. The hatch slowly opens. Chen Long is lying inside,
Eyes tightly shut.
completely still. Everyone gasps. Did it fail? Unfasten his restraints, Li Kang shouted. The scientist complied right away, released Chen Long's restraints. But Chen Long still didn't move. This startled Li Kang. The other scientists were even more nervous. Did the serum fail? Or did Chen Long not make it? Was his body destroyed by the serum's terrifying power? Just as Li Kang was about to check, Chen Long suddenly opened his eyes wide. His eyes glowed with golden light. Protect General Li. The soldiers shouted in unison. Because those two characters couldn't pass review, we used this as a replacement. All the soldiers blocked in front of Li Kang, vigilantly watching Chen Long. But the aura radiating from Chen Long created a tremendous sense of pressure, making them feel alarmed. Is this still the same Chen Long who just went in? Or has he already turned into a monster? Chen Long, are you okay? Li Kang asked in a deep voice. Chen Long lowered his head, clenched his fists. After feeling an unparalleled power within him, he spoke excitedly. Reporting to General Li, I'm fine. Upon hearing this, Li Kang breathed a sigh of relief, then grew excited. This means the Shenlong serum worked. Instantly, all the scientists cheered. The Shenlong serum succeeded. It works! Our efforts weren't in vain. After everyone's excitement faded, Li Kang spoke. Begin testing immediately. Let me see just how strong a human is after the Shenlong serum transformation. Just how powerful are they? Until midnight, a temporarily set up testing site was prepared. This time's tests included strength, speed, reflexes, resilience, and more. A series of tests, starting with the strength test. Chen Long had to give it his all. Let's begin the punching test, Li Kang said. Chen Long nodded, walked up to the punching machine, punched it with all his strength. The tester was instantly sent flying backward and crashed heavily onto the grass 10 meters away. It was totaled. Seeing this terrifying strength, Li Kang was dumbfounded. The others were even more shocked. Is this the power of the Shenlong serum? And this is after the serum was diluted once. It already turned a normal person into a superhuman. How terrifying would the undiluted version be? It's terrifying. But what really scares me isn't the serum. It's just how powerful the owner of this serum, Shenlong, must be. A single drop of Shenlong's blood can make a human this powerful. He himself must be even more terrifying and strong. Deserves the name Shenlong. So scary. What really shocks everyone isn't how scary the serum is, but how terrifying its owner Shenlong must be. Just how monstrous is he? After all, a serum diluted 100 million times can already make an ordinary person this strong. Shenlong himself must be even more powerful. In the following tests, Chen Long was exceptional in every category, practically a superhuman. Li Kang felt relieved inside, overwhelmed with joy and excitement. Luckily, he trusted Liu Qing'an. Otherwise, they never would have gotten the Shenlong serum. The era to come will be one where everyone is like a dragon. With Shenlong here, monsters won't be so terrifying. The future will be the era of Waxia. It's Waxia's fortune and pride to have Shenlong. It's Waxia's honor and pride. Li Kang exclaimed excitedly. Immediately begin full-scale development of Shenlong serum. As for more of Shenlong's blood, I'll find a way. Since it already worked, that means the experiment can't be wrong. Next, as long as we mass produce, everyone can become dragon-like. As for Shenlong's blood, He'll have to personally go ask Shenlong for it. Coincidentally, the tens of thousands of tons of food we've stockpiled lately can finally be put to use. There are still 3 days until the monsters appear. United States waters. A patrol boat is on patrol. But suddenly the once calm sea turns turbulent. The rising waves almost capsize the boat. What's going on? The captain spoke, terrified. The crew member watching the radar shouted in fear. Captain, 5 kilometers out. There's a giant creature heading for us underwater. What? The captain was shocked. Then heard the crew member cry out again. It's moving fast. It's already right under us. As soon as he finished speaking, a huge shark jumped out from under the sea, leaping high, and bit down on the patrol boat, dragging it to the bottom of the ocean, vanishing without a trace. 5 minutes later, the Ocean Command Center finally received the patrol boat's disappearance alert. Mobilized quickly. When they arrived, the sea was already perfectly calm. Just when they thought nothing happened, a giant shark burst out of the water and bit down on a boat. Just like before, dragged it into the ocean. The others rushed back to report up the chain. When the US military found out, a monster appeared in their waters. They immediately mobilized countless Navy forces to hunt the shark. It took countless guns and firepower to kill it. When the shark surfaced, countless people were shocked. It was over 30 meters long. Absolutely massive.
Terrifying.
What is this monster? Meanwhile, not just the United States, giant animals began appearing all over the world. For example, a giant lizard appeared in India, a giant brown bear in Russia, a giant wolf in Japan. Huaxia representative, you must still have a lot of food left, right? Can you sell us some? Earlier, to clear their inventory and to profit from Huaxia, many countries sold tons of meat to Huaxia and made a fortune by selling it at high prices. Now they realize Huaxia stockpiled it because they expected doomsday and stored up tons of food. Instantly, they regretted it. If only they'd known, they wouldn't have sold so much. If doomsday really comes, food will be the most scarce resource. I'll have to think about that, Li Kang said seriously. There are still 1,000 tons of food left, but that's reserved for Shenlong. He needs to go back to the dorm first before discussing this. What else is there to think about? You've acquired so much food, enough to feed over 1 billion people in Huaxia for over a decade. Can't you sell some to us? The representative of the US spoke in a cold tone. You are just too selfish. I regret it now. Give us back our food immediately. The representative shouted at the top of their lungs, desperate to take back the food.
Hey, back then you guys were frantically hiking up the prices.
Counting money until your hands went soft. And now you want the food back? You're simply dreaming. I'll say I'll consider it. Then wait for my word. Li Kang snorted coldly and turned off the screen, leaving the international conference. Arrange a helicopter to the Qin estate immediately. At the Qian Zoo, Liu Qing'an had just rushed back from Dragon City. Lord Divine Dragon, the military has appointed me as the administrator of the Monster Center, Liu Qing'an said with a smile. At the last meeting, before leaving, Li Kang had mentioned this plan to him. He thought it was feasible, but he didn't expect them to make him the administrator directly, putting him in charge of everything at the Monster Center. The Monster Center, as the name suggests, was prepared for monsters. What he needed to do was to prepare for the monsters that would appear in the future. However, he knew how to manage it, because on the 5th day after monsters appeared in his previous life, Huaxia had already established a monster center. It was only because of his rebirth that this center was established ahead of schedule. The Monster Center back then was founded to collect monster carcasses for research purposes. Because monster genes are very powerful, if they could be used to develop a serum, it could allow humans to evolve. The superhuman divine dragon serum was destined not to be suitable for everyone, because the energy was too intense. But the monster's genes were different. Theirs were weaker and could be adapted to everyone. That's great. I wish you success, Chun Ching said. After spending time together, he and Liu Qing'an had become friends. Though he looked like a dragon on the outside, he was a human at heart. It was natural for the two to become friends. Liu Qing'an would come every day to tell him interesting daily stories. which he listened to as if they were fables. It was quite amusing. Yes, I know what to do, Lord Divine Dragon. Liu Qingyan nodded. To receive the blessing of the Divine Dragon, he was very whoosh whoosh whoosh. Just then, a helicopter flew in from the distance and slowly landed. Li Kang stepped down from it. General Li, why are you here? Liu Qingyan was stunned. He walked over and asked, Director Liu, how has the Monster Center been lately? Li Kang asked with a smile. General Li, you must be joking. The Monster Center is doing very well lately. I have already trained the Monster Cleanup Unit, the Monster Collection Unit, and the Monster Emergency Unit 3 units in total. The Monster Cleanup Unit is responsible for bringing monster carcasses back to headquarters after a kill, and then cleaning up the battlefield to restore it to its original state. As for the Monster Collection Unit, it is, as the name implies, responsible for collecting various body parts of monsters, as well as monster carcasses scattered elsewhere and monster genes, bringing them to the Research Institute for study. And the Emergency Unit, once a monster appears, the Emergency Unit will deploy immediately to evacuate the public, protect the citizens, and fend off the monsters. After he told this to Li Kang, the latter was somewhat surprised. I didn't expect you to make it so comprehensive. It is an honor for Waxia to have you. You flatter me. In fact, these are things we would have developed in the future. I've simply brought them forward. That's good too. It saves us from fumbling around blindly. Having a reborn person who can grasp the future was a stroke of luck for them. If it weren't for Liu Qingyan, they still wouldn't know that monsters were about to appear. By the way, a major event happened today. Is it the monsters? Have they come early? Li Kang recounted the events of the day. After listening, Liu Qingyan was stunned. In his previous life, he had never heard of such a thing. But thinking about it, perhaps in his previous life, to avoid causing panic, the state had suppressed the news and hidden it, so people didn't know. But times were different now. He was the administrator of the Monster Center and had the right to know about this. I'm not sure, but it probably has nothing to do with monsters, Liu Qingyan said, shaking his head. Li Kang was taken aback. To think there was something even Liu Qingyan didn't know. But in the next second, Chen Qing, who had been silent, spoke up. Perhaps I know. Hearing this, both of them immediately looked up at Chen Qing. Li Kang asked, Lord Divine Dragon, what is going on? Those animals may have eaten food containing high energy, which made them stronger. It has nothing to do with monsters, Chen Qing said. To make animals grow large, besides high energy food, there's nothing else. And based on General Li's words, they are all animals, which means my guess is correct. As for why they were all discovered only today, I wouldn't know. Then, Lord Divine Dragon, do these animals also contain high energy? Li Kang thought for a moment. No need. I'll get them for you. Hearing this, Chen Qing's eyes lit up. This was a good idea. Since those animals ate that food, the energy stored in their bodies must be high, far stronger than that of ordinary meat. Very well, Chen Qing said. If you bring them all to me, I can give you another drop of blood. Chen Qing knew exactly why Li Kang had come. It couldn't just be for the animal issue. Plus, he had heard Liu Qingyan say a few days ago that the serum development was successful, so he guessed what Li Kang's visit was for. It was for his blood. As expected of the Lord Divine Dragon, you've guessed my purpose. Li Kang was inwardly shocked. He bowed his head in awe. A divine dragon is indeed a divine dragon. Knowing what he wanted before he even spoke, it was terrifying. Soon he felt a surge of joy. As long as he brought the food, the divine dragon would give him blood. This is easy to handle, didn't those people want food? I just need to distribute half of those 1,000 tons of food, and that will do it. He believed those people would surely accept the deal. General Li, has the divine dragon serum been fully developed? Liu Qingyan looked at Li Kang and asked. He did not have the authority to follow that specific progress. Yes, through our tireless efforts, we have formulated the best serum. The human limit, is 100 doses of diluted serum merged together. Stronger individuals can take 200 doses. The first subject, Cheng Long, has already injected 200 doses. He is now terrifyingly strong, the first super transhuman. They had made comparisons with Captain America from the American movies and found he was even more impressive than the depicted captain. Things like pulling a helicopter with bare hands or lifting a tank can be done with total ease. A dragon man can even use his physical body to stop a pistol bullet. Stronger rifle bullets don't quite work. They would cause injury. Since these are humans modified by the divine dragon serum, they name them dragon men. Hearing this result, Liu Qingyan smiled. That's good. In the future, every human will be like a dragon, no longer afraid of monsters. Yes, this is a good outcome. Thanks to the divine dragon. After speaking, Li Kang bowed to Chun Qing. After looking up, Lord Divine Dragon, I will go and get those carcasses for you. But the prerequisite is to give them some food. That's fine, Chun Qing nodded. Ordinary food was no longer useful. It provided too few evolution points. What he wanted was more high-energy food. Before Li Kang left, Chun Qing gave him a drop of blood. Li Kang promised he would bring the carcasses tomorrow. Another drop of blood could again